Back here for game 2 from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Truman Roper steps into the batter's box as the leadoff. 2 on the hill for Carson-Newman. Colton Kaysen, the true freshman that impressed in his Fall World Series appearances, will get his first collegiate start. Was the starting pitcher in game Blue and Orange Fall World Series. First pitch of our ball game starts at 3:21, and it's in there on Roper for a called strike. It's Roper, then Borchardt as another called strike finds its way into the zone. Stars Hicks, followed by Montegui. The left fielder fouled off into the screen, keeps the count at 0-2. After that, it's Joe Uribe batting 6th, Jacob Ergel batting 7th. Rounding out the batting order, Corley, the shortstop, and Ruiz, the second baseman. The starting pitcher for King is Corbin Dickerson. The 0-2 delivery from Kaysen is hit on the ground over towards second base, picked up by Cole Nathan. Tough throw onto first, but Kilgore is there with the glove extended about as high as it could go. A ground out to second base will bring up the catcher, now designated hitter, in Nate Borchardt. So Borchardt got the catching duties last game in a 17-0 win for Carson-Newman over the King Tornado. Kaysen sets, fires on a pitch outside, but a called strike regardless. Kaysen, a true freshman, already with incredible speed, an 89-mile-per-hour fastball off the right-handed arm of Kaysen. He misses low on a breaking ball that will even the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Borchardt, the native to Stanley, North Carolina, bats from the left-handed side, though throws with his right as an everyday catcher. Count moves to 2-1 as a pitch misses outside. Borchardt waits on the delivery. 2-1, swings over top of it. Solid pitch, 90 miles per hour from Colton Kaysen. If there's one thing Colton Kaysen does well, it is that velocity. 2-2, swing and a miss. Got him swinging. 2 up, 2 down as we begin game 2 of our doubleheader. And worth noting that this game will be a 7-inning game as opposed to the 9-inning game we had in game 1. King hoping that they could look back at the scoreboard of game 1 and have that only be a 7-inning game, as it would have erased 4 runs off of Carson-Newman's line. First pitch swinging goes Mitchell Stars, picked up by the shortstop. The throw on to first. And it's a 6-3 ground out, 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. Eagles grab a bat for the first time in game 2 when we return on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, get to know the starting pitcher for the King Tornado, Corbin Dickerson, out of Sullivan East High School in Bluff City, Tennessee. Calls Piney Flats his hometown. Through 2/3, or pitched against Carson-Newman 2 out of 3 times that they played last season, or excuse me, apologies, I'm reading my notes wrong, appeared on opening day. Through an inning, allowed 1 hit but no runs. And 3 batters faced, so induced a double play as well for Corbin Dickerson. 19 appearances, 2 games started last year, had a 5-2 record with 1 save, a 4.03 ERA. He'll have to take on the Carson-Newman batting order of Spencer Williams. Julian Hines, did not talk about him last game. He is in as the designated hitter, batting second. Logan Floyd also due up this inning as the third baseman. 4-5-6 is Tanner Kilgore, the first baseman. Nick Castellana, the catcher, and Aiden Gibson, the shortstop. First pitch from Dickinson is swung on by Williams and missed. Bottom of the order for Carson-Newman, Cole Nathan, the second baseman, bats seventh. Ryan Bolton, the left fielder, bats eighth. And Trey Miller rounds out the batting order as the center fielder. Called strike on the second pitch of the Spencer Williams at bat, and we're underway fully here in the bottom of the first. 0-2 delivery, swung on and missed. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Spencer Williams goes down on strikes to open up the Eagles' half of the first inning. Umpires in today's contest, the same as our first game, just flopped. The field umpire now behind home plate. The home plate umpire now in the field. It's Andy Glenn behind home plate calling the balls and strikes. Josh Barnhill in the field. First pitch to Julian Hines is in there for a called strike. 4 pitches, 4 strikes for Corbin Dickerson. Carson-Newman with a win in this game can clinch a win of the season opening series against King. Lays down a bunt, picked up by the third baseman Stars. Throw on to first, gets into the right field area, so that'll go down as an infield bunt single. Julian Hines reaches on his first at-bat of the season, brings up the third baseman Logan Floyd. He went 2 for 5 in game 1 of this doubleheader, has a .400 batting average on the year. The 0-1 missing on the outside part of the plate, ball 1. King Tornado begin the season with a gauntlet of schools from the South Atlantic Conference. The 1-0 will miss for ball 2 to Logan Floyd, so it's a 2-0 count. King does not have a good track record of starting the season against schools from the South Atlantic Conference. Started last season on a 7-game losing streak as Floyd pops it up behind home plate. Uribe takes the mask off but watches it land on top of the press box for strike 1. King started last season on a 7-game losing streak, all to sack teams. Carson-Newman a midweek against Anderson, and then a 3-game set with UVA Wise. They start this season with 4 straight games against sack schools, 3 against Carson-Newman, and then play Mars Hill on Wednesday down in North Carolina. Floyd takes another ball on the inside part of the plate. It's another long stretch, decently long stretch for King before they get a home game in Bristol at the King baseball field. 3-1, check swing inside, runner goes, throw down. No signal from the umpire yet, and it's an out. However, there was ball 4, so he remains there regardless. The King players can't believe it despite having that exact same scenario go their way the game prior. It was an excellent throwdown, and all credit to Uribe, as well as Corley and Ruiz, the 2 middle infielders who combined, but because it's a walk, it cancels out that excellent play. Brings up Tanner Kilgore, the first baseman wearing number 36. went 1 for 4 in game 1 of the doubleheader. First pitch taken high and outside, ball 1. Pitch taken upstairs for ball 2. Kingsport, Tennessee native, attended Dobbins-Bennett High School in Kingsport. Son of former Carson-Newman catcher Matt Kilgore, who was first team all-conference back in 1996. 2-0 delivery, chopping ground ball heading over to third, picked up by Stars. The throw on to first is in time on the first pitch that Kilgore sees. First pitch, missing low on a check swing, pops out in front of the catcher, Uribe. But nothing doing. Castellano went 3 for 4 in the first game of this doubleheader, so he's sporting a .750 batting average after 1 game of play. Second pitch of his at-bat will miss upstairs for a ball. Two balls, no strikes. Runner at second and third, Logan Floyd and Julian Hines. Called strike upstairs will push the count to 2 balls and a strike. Floyd stands at second. It's Hines at third. Hines with the lone base hit so far for CN. 2-1 delivery, swung on and missed by Castellana. Dickinson got the ball game started with a quick 3-pitch strikeout of Spencer Williams. Since then has really struggled to get outs more or less. Foul ball will go well down the right field line and out of play. Well, down the right field line, a bunch of spectators scattered throughout the steep berm, including from, it's far away, well over 250 feet, but what looks like a black lab who went down and got the foul ball, brought it right back to its owner. 2-2, hit into left field. That drops in for a base hit. In to score, Julian Hines. Getting the green light is Floyd. The throw to home plate. Is the tag made? No, called safe. On a 2-2 pitch, Castellana laces a single into left center field, drives in 2 runs, and Carson-Newman in front early, 2-0. So Carson-Newman takes an early advantage as it brings up Aiden Gibson. Castellana did not think about heading to second base despite the throw coming home, so he stays at first. Pickoff attempt, and he's back in safely. Gibson went 2 for 5 in the previous game. Didn't pick up an RBI, would certainly like to do so in this game. That would require driving Castellana all the way in from first. Runner goes, a swing and a miss, but it's an easy stolen base for Nick Castellana. First stolen base of the season for either side, as there were no successful stolen bases in game 1. The 0-1 chopped foul. A lot going on across Mossy Creek. Two basketball games down in Hickory, North Carolina. The men and women playing against the Lenore Rhine Bears. The women's game started at around 2 o'clock, so that game should be drawing to its conclusion relatively shortly. A ball will miss outside. It's ball one. As well as it being opening day for Carson-Newman baseball, it's also opening day for Carson-Newman softball. The 1-2 lined foul and out of play. The Lady Eagles softball team opened the season with an 8-0 run rule shutout of Kentucky State. Castellana after the stolen base, standing on second base. Gibson facing a 1-2 count. Hit in the air towards center field. That drops in for a base hit. Castellana will test the arm of the center fielder. Instead, it's cut off by the catcher Dickinson. It's an RBI single for Aiden Gibson. Castellana in to score off an RBI single from Gibson, and it brings up arguably the best batter from game one of this doubleheader in Cole Nathan, who went 4 for 5 and is batting an absurd .800. Dickinson started the inning so well with that 3-pitch strikeout. Since then, 3 runs have crossed the plate. First pitch taken high for ball one. Carson-Newman defeated Kentucky State in softball 8-0 in 5 innings earlier today. They only play one game today as Kentucky State and Concord, who the Eagles will play tomorrow, are currently playing each other at the softball complex just a football field away. Pickoff was unsuccessful back to Aiden Gibson. Turns its attention back towards Nathan, who hits a single back towards center field. The Eagles go station to station as Gibson will stop at second base. Runners at first and second for the Eagles of Carson-Newman. 3 runs on 4 hits in this inning. Dickinson just needing one more out to get out of the jam. We'll take on Ryan Bolton. First time we've seen him today, and thus with it being opening day, the season. Bolton, a redshirt sophomore out of Knoxville, Tennessee, attended Central High School. First pitch will miss inside, ball one. Had a .250 batting average a season ago, went 4 for 16. Had 1 plate appearance against King, and it was a base hit. So one of his 4 base hits came against the Tornado last season. Another pitch will miss from Dickinson for ball 2. Bolton appeared in 20 games last season, sometimes used as a pinch runner. 2-0 delivery is in there for a called strike. Had a career-high 2 runs scored, so came around to score twice on St. Patrick's Day against Emory and Henry. Two-one delivery will miss low. 3 balls and a strike. There's only 1 base open, and its third would push Gibson and Nathan up to their next respective base. If you're just tuning in, bottom of the first inning, game 2 of our doubleheader between Carson-Newman and King. Eagles lead the Tornado 3-0 after winning the first game 17-0. Runner goes and caught in a rundown. It's the pitcher to third to second who drops the ball back onto the pitcher. He is safe. One of the most unconventional stolen bases you will ever see. Gibson was caught in a rundown, was dead to rights, and manages to steal third, getting out of the pickle. So it'll put runners at the corners with a 3-1 count, with Gibson now stealing third. Bolton the batter, 3-1 delivery, hit in the air towards right field. Ergel is there to make the catch, and that will put a bow on the first inning. Flies out to right, leaves 2 runners stranded, but Carson-Newman strikes for 3 runs on 4 hits. It's 3-0. Carson-Newman through 1 inning of play here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, top of the 2nd inning, about to get underway here from Jefferson City. Well, we'll take a look around what's going on Carson-Newman Athletics today. Not great news for the women's basketball side on upset alert, and it looks like it's going to happen regardless. The Lenore-Rhine Bears lead Carson-Newman in women's basketball 67-58 with 25 seconds to go as Daniel Hicks steps into the batter's box for King. Carson-Newman men take on Lenore-Rhine, who is currently atop the South Atlantic Conference, in about half an hour or so. First pitch of the inning is a called strike to Daniel Hicks, who went 0 for in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Went 0 for 2, did draw a walk. The 0-1 delivery fouled off well out of play. Tomorrow, another full slate of action across the 2 diamond sports, baseball and softball. Baseball finishes up its 3-game series with the King Tornado at 1 p.m. for a 9-inning game. 0-2 chopping ball back to the pitcher Kaysen. Throw on to first, and it's a pitcher's ground out. Kaysen with a nice play charging on the ball, and the throw on to Kilgore was perfect. Brings up the left fielder in Joey Armontegui. Carson-Newman softball has a doubleheader tomorrow against Concord. First pitch will miss to the Tornado left fielder. 10:30 a.m. start time for the first game for Carson-Newman softball, 12:30 for game 2. Another ball will miss downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes off the arm of Colton Kaysen. Kaysen, the freshman out of Benton, Texas, attended Tennessee out of Polk County High School. Fouls off the third pitch of the at-bat, count 2-1. Kaysen went 6-0 his high school senior season for the Wildcats up at Polk County. Had 81 strikeouts to just 11 walks his senior season. 2-1, swung over the top of on a pitch in the dirt and missed. 2-2 count. Chopping ball back to Kaysen. Has a chance for another assist. This time it's thrown away. So the first error for Carson-Newman today is a throwing error on Colton Kaysen trying to get the out at first. Armontegui will take first base. And it brings up Uribe. Joe Uribe, the native to Palmdale, California, previously attended Antelope Valley College for the Marauders in Lancaster, California. He takes the first pitch for a called strike. Kaysen was a strikeout machine in high school, had 213 strikeouts across his 4-year high school career. Pickoff attempt back to first, but sliding back in safely is Armentegui. Joe Uribe, the batter, a mathematics major at King University, started all 3 games of last season's Carson-Newman series. Did not start game 1 of this doubleheader, however. Fouls off the second pitch he sees. Uribe batted a .148 last year with 4 hits and a double. Recorded his lone double and his lone RBIs in the season, which was 2 on the February 18th game against Davis and Elkins. Swing and a miss, forced strike 3, and Uribe is down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Ergel waits on the first pitch. He grounds it up towards second base. Stepping on the bag himself is Cole Nathan. And that will do it here in the top of the second. 3-0, Carson-Newman in front with a chance to add some insurance runs when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. Shopseeandeagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at shopseeandeagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Bottom of the second, we'll take you through some scores from around the South Atlantic Conference and Conference Carolinas. Interesting game in DeLonga, Georgia. The Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters have taken a 6-4 lead over North Georgia. That game is in the bottom of the 10th with the Nighthawks down to their final out. Due up here in the bottom of the second is Trey Miller, Spencer Williams, and Julian Hines, so the 9-1-2 portion of the batting order. We're set to go here in the bottom of the second, all but one batter. Got a chance to grab a bat and hit. Fouls off the first pitch he sees, so it's an 0-1 count. Right back up the middle. On a line drive, that'll be a base hit. Miller thought about 2, gets about a third of the way to second base before he retreats. So Trey Miller gets us started here in the bottom of the second with a leadoff single. Carson-Newman kicked a field goal in the bottom of the first and are up 3-0 because of it. Williams shows bunt, pulls back, now grounds it to first. Struggling to handle it was Hicks. He finally does step on the bag. First pitch swinging goes Williams for a 3 unassisted. Brings back up the designated hitter, Julian Hines. Hines singled in his previous at-bat. Later came around to score on the Nick Castellana RBI single. First pitch he sees is taken upstairs for ball one. Some other scores from around the South Atlantic Conference. We mentioned what was going on in North Georgia as the second pitch will miss downstairs. Runner goes. The play is over at third. That'll go down as a stolen base. So Miller steals third. He was going before the catcher Uribe fumbled with the ball. And a runner is just 90 feet away for Julian Hines. Pretty much anything into the outfield would score him, whether that be a sac fly or a hit, anything like that. Coming out to have a quick conversation with the field umpire, Josh Barnhill is the head coach of King, and Brad Hill. Just trying to see what the ruling is, and he's giving a disapproving shake of the head no before Hines is allowed to step back into the batter's box and Barnhill takes his spot in the field. Two-0 delivery shows bunt, pulls it back, but called a strike. The Eagles struck twice in the first and second innings of Game 1 of this doubleheader. They're trying to do the same here. 2-1, swung on and missed. Count goes even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. Hit over towards short. That'll be an RBI ground out, and the throw is true. Corley over to Hicks. So Hines is retired for the first time today, but it does bring in Miller to score, and Carson-Newman has opened up a 4-0 lead. 2 gone, nobody on. It brings up Logan Floyd. Floyd grounds a ball down the left field line, foul. Would have been extra bases had it hopped just about 6 inches to the right. Well, their final scores around the South Atlantic Conference. Final in 8 innings, a 7-inning game that went to extras, so final in 8. Coker defeats Belmont Abbey 5-4 in Game 1 of their doubleheader. Second pitch of the Floyd at-bat is a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Lenore Ryan is pouring it on Trevecca Nazarene in the bottom of the 8th. 1-1 delivery is in there for a called strike on the outside portion of the plate, about belt high. Bottom of the 8th in Hickory, North Carolina, it's LR 18, Trevecca Nazarene 3. 1-2, ball skips in the dirt. And Dickinson thankful nobody was aboard, as that would have advanced runners at least 90 feet, potentially more. Limestone is destroying Union of Tennessee in Gaffney, South Carolina. Top of the 8th, it is 16-1. A ball misses the entire field, was coming off and heading back towards the King dugout. Andy Glenn giving a verbal warning to the King dugout. We have glass windows on our press box, and it's pretty hard to hear like general audio, but you could hear Andy Glenn say, all right, that's enough. Ball skips in the dirt, and that's ball 4. And right as the entire King field was heading back towards the dugout, the inning extends. Floyd draws his second walk Oddly enough, Dickinson has only surrendered 2 walks to Carson-Newman hitters. Both have come to Logan Floyd. Brings up Tanner Kilgore, grounded out to third in his last at-bat last inning. First pitch swinging, strike 1. Our friends over at Tusculum fell by 13 to Francis Marion early today. 14-1 was the final score for the Pioneers. 0-1 fouled off for strike 2. It's an 0-2 count. Newberry defeated Barton. UVA Wise held on to a 7-3 lead over Bluefield State to take that game. LMU has put the finishing touches on North Georgia to win Game 2 of that series, 6-4. Rail Splitters now 1-1 on the year. O2 delivery, swung on and missed. That's strike 3, and now King is allowed to walk off the field. Eagles strike for another run. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Eagles lead 4-0 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large 1-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large 1-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, top of the third about to get underway. Patrick Corley, Joseph Ruiz, and Truman Roper due up for King, the 8-9-1 portion of the batting order. We'll finish up our look around the South Atlantic Conference. The Catawba College, Catawba Indians taking a trip down to South Florida got walked off in extra innings last night by the Sharks of Nova Southeastern. They lead the Lynn Fighting Knights, who had a very good fall, were national champions in men's soccer and volleyball. Catawba leads the Fighting Knights of Lynn 2-0, bottom of the 6th in Boca Raton. Corley steps into the batter's box to take on Colton Kaysen here. Top of the third. First pitch skips in the dirt, ball 1. Belmont Abbey leads Coker 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th in Game 3 of that series. Emory and Henry and Anderson, 2 South Atlantic Conference schools playing a non-conference series. 1-0 pitch, called a strike, it's 1-1. That game has yet to get underway in the top of the first. Emory and Henry as the road team. 1-1 pitch will miss downstairs again, and it's ball 2. Mars Hill is on the road in Aiken, South Carolina, as the 2-1 delivery misses inside, ball 3. The Lions and the Pacers are tied at 2. Top of the 6th inning, Mars Hill has already struck for a run. 3-1. Ground ball hit over to third, picked up by Floyd. The throw on to Kilgore is perfect. Throw across the diamond between the corner infielders, and Corley grounds out to third for the first out of the inning. Joseph Ruiz, the new batter. He's the final tornado to grab a bat today. Ball will miss outside. Joseph Ruiz, the freshman out of Chesapeake, Virginia, attended Deep Creek High School, played for the Hornets in his high school days. 1-0 delivery will miss low, and he's ahead in the count 2-0. Cross Conference Carolinas, the conference for the King Tornado. Lander defeats Erskine 4-2 earlier today in Due West, South Carolina. 2-0 delivery from Kaysen, hit on the ground sharply towards third. Floyd picks it up, trying to do what he did earlier. He cannot as this one skips away on the second error of the ball game for Carson-Newman. It's a throwing error on Floyd. So the Tornado have had 2 runners reach via throwing errors. The first was when Colton Kaysen allowed Joey Montegui to reach on an error, and now Joseph Ruiz will reach on an error. The first pitch of the Truman Roper at bat is in there for a called strike. Coker defeated Belmont Abbey in that first game of the doubleheader 5-4. UNC Pembroke takes home a win over Lake Erie 11-2. And a manual, pickoff attempt, got him in a rundown, and caught stealing is Joseph Ruiz. Excellent pickoff move that turns into out 2. Truman Roper spoils a pitch. It's a sky-high foul ball heading over to Kilgore in foul territory. He reaches up and makes the catch. So that'll do it for the top of the third. The Tornado get helped out by 1 error, but canceled out. Caught stealing was Joseph Ruiz. We'll be back for the bottom of the third on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's
back here for the bottom of the third between the King Tornado and the Carson-Newman Eagles. King and Carson-Newman wearing the same jerseys as they were in Game 1. If you're just tuning in, a very nice shade of gray, almost like a graphite gray for King. Red belts, red King in script with white outlines on the bottom swoosh of that red script. There is Tornado written in white. Conference Carolinas logo adorns the left sleeve. Red numbers with white outlines on the backs of the jerseys as well. Navy caps with the King logo on front and red brims. Nick Castellana steps into the batter's box to begin the bottom of the third. First delivery, fastball missing outside, 4-1. Corbin Dickerson with the fastball that just misses. The 1-0 delivery taken inside for ball 2. 2-0 delivery. Called a strike on the upper part of the zone. Carson-Newman wearing their white jerseys with navy blue pinstripes, navy blue numbers on the back with orange outlines and navy blue belts. 2-1 delivery will miss just outside. Hitters count 3-1. Eagles written in script in blue across the front of the jerseys with orange outlines as well. Navy blue batting caps, or batting helmets I should say. Popped up into foul territory behind home plate. Uribe loses track of it, and it will fall into the concourse behind the press box. Puts the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nick Castellana batting .800 on the season. Pitch taken upstairs for ball 4. Castellana gets aboard with a leadoff walk. Singled back in the first, now gets a walk to adorn it here in the third. Dickerson has allowed 3 walks. It's been 1 per inning. Brings up Aiden Gibson. Shortstop singled back in the first inning. Was an RBI single at that scored Castellana. Pitch taken well inside, nearly hit him in the back. Instead it goes for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Aiden Gibson. Excuse me, strike 1. Second pitch of the at-bat that evens the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Carson-Newman does not end its streak against Conference Carolina's opponents after King. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. Take on the Shorter Hawks down in Rome, Georgia, who are in their first baseball season as members of Conference Carolinas after transitioning over from the Gulf South Conference. 1-2 delivery taken high, throwback down to first, but back in safely is Castellana. Aiden Gibson, the Cleveland, Tennessee native, got to play summer ball this offseason for the Full Count Rhythm of the Prospect League over in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Swings and misses on the 2-2, and he'll strike out swinging. First out of the inning is via the strikeout. Corbin Dickerson gets his 3rd punch out of the game, and it brings up Cole Nathan. Cole Nathan 1 for 1 today. After a 4 for 5 performance in game 1, first pitch to him will miss for ball 1. He's currently got the best batting average of the 9 batters in the order for Carson-Newman, batting .833. 1-0 taken inside, ball 2. That's 5 for 6 on the year so far. Castellana, who stands over at first, is the runner-up in that category, hitting .800. 2-0, runner thought about going. A slider will miss just outside for ball 3. And we've seen it before, expect to see it again. Red light should be on here for Cole Nathan. Eagles don't want to swing at 3-0 pitches, more or less waiting for King to throw a strike, in which Dickinson does not. Takes it well high. Castellana is pushed up into scoring position at second base. Nathan at first, Castellana at second, Ryan Bolton the batter. Bolton steps in after the 4-pitch walk to Nathan. Just shy of an hour into today's contest. Runners thought about going on a line drive down the right field line. This one will land foul just in front of where the King bullpen is sitting, up on that high, steep berm down the right field line. was mentioning that berm gets in the field of play when it comes to foul territory. If there's a foul ball down the right field line, you're having to climb up quite the incline to try to make a play on it. Shows bunt, pulls back, and it's ball one. Really kind of turns into a home field advantage for the Eagles, who can practice that and practice climbing the hill to make a catch in foul territory, whereas visiting teams don't have the chance to practice that. And why would they need to? Ground ball heading over towards second, flipped onto short for one, over to first, not in time for the double play. So Bolton is safe on the fielder's choice. Nathan chopped down as Castellana advances to third. Runners are at the corners. Brings up Trey Miller, 2 outs, runners at first and third. Bolton replaces Nathan as the runner at first base. Swing and a miss downstairs. But advancing up to second base was Ryan Bolton. On a stolen base for Bolton. Ball will miss outside, and the count goes even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Well hit ball towards left field. It's at the warning track and will hit off the base of the wall. Castellana and Bolton score easily. Pulling in with a stand-up double is Trey Miller. An excellent strike over to left field for Trey Miller. It's a 2 RBI double. It's Carson-Newman 6, King 0. So Trey Miller with the 2 RBI double. He now stands in scoring position himself. 6-0, Carson-Newman in front off 6 base hits as well. Pitch taken outside by Spencer Williams, who's the top of the batting order as the lineup card flips over. It's a 1-0 count to Williams. Hit in the air towards left field. That drops in for a base hit. Getting the green light is Trey Miller. Struggling with the baseball to pick it up is Amontegui, the left fielder. And Williams will lace an RBI single into left field. And that's another RBI single for Spencer Williams. Miller comes in to score. The extra point is good, and it's 7-0 Eagles. Brings up Julian Hines. Hines, the designated hitter, 1 for 2 today. Singled in the first, grounded out to short in the second. Pickoff back to first base, back in safely as Williams after a slide. Runner goes on a pitch in the dirt. Struggling to come up with it was Uribe, and that's a stolen bag for Spencer Williams. Squad of Tornado will head to the bullpen down the right field line as Williams steps back into the batter's box with a 1-0 count. Hit sharply towards second. Ruiz picks it up onto Hicks in time for the out. So that ends the inning, but not before Carson-Newman strikes for 3 runs on 2 hits, leaving 1 aboard. We're through 3 innings of our 7-inning game 2 of our doubleheader on opening day. 7-0 Eagles on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Back here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Top of the fourth, about to get underway. 7-0 Carson-Newman in front. Colton Kaysen back out for his fourth inning of work of our 7-inning game today. Kaysen has been lights out so far. He's only struck out 2, but has gotten the outs necessary. No Tornado has gotten into scoring position thus far. First batter of the inning is Nathan Borchard, the designated hitter. Waits on the first delivery, swings and misses for strike one. So it's an 0-1 count, top of the fourth inning. King has yet to get on the scoreboard today after being shut out 17-0 in game one. Now down 7-0. In game two. The 1-1 delivery lifted in the air, well foul. So a ball and 2 strikes after the foul ball. The sun peeks through the clouds and splashes the outfield in loads of sunlight. After a foul ball, the grandstand of the football field still casting a shadow over the first baseline. It's been cloudy all day. First time we've really seen sun like this. A check swing. Appeal down, no swing, and it's ball 2. Umpires in game 2 of our doubleheader, Josh Barnhill, the man in the field. Andy Glenn is calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. 2-2 taken upstairs, and the count runs full. Michael Stars and Daniel Hicks also due up here in the fourth. Trying to solve Colton Kaysen. 3-2 will miss low and away. Ball 4, and Borchard will get aboard. First walk surrendered by Kaysen today. Brings up Michael Stars. Grounded out to the shortstop in his lone plate appearance so far back in the first inning. Breaking ball finds its way into the zone for a called strike one. It's an 0-1 count. Delivery fouled back into the screen. Stars now behind in the count on the ropes, down 0-2. Borchard stands at first. King trying to cut into a 7-0 deficit here in the top of the fourth. Reminder that this is a 7-inning game as game 2 of a doubleheader. The 0-2 delivery taken upstairs for ball one. Stars, the native to Indian Trail, North Carolina, transferred from Fayetteville Technical Community College a few seasons ago. The 1-2 missing outside for ball two. Attended Porter Ridge High School, playing for the Pirates in his high school days. Now in his senior year of college at King University. 2-2, hit well towards left field. Bolton goes back, looks up, and it's gone. Mitchell Stars sends a 2-run shot over to left field. It's the first hit of the game for the King Tornado, and it puts 2 runs on the scoreboard. A towering shot for Stars, and he leaves the yard. New score, Carson-Newman 7, King 2. And after the home run, it brings up the 0-for-1 Daniel Hicks. First pitch will miss low for ball one. Fouled off, and he's quickly behind in the count. Hicks waits on the delivery. It's a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Now down in the count 0-2. King with 2 runs off that Stars home run, despite having that home run be the lone hit of the ball game so far. Hicks has yet to get a base hit for the Tornado in this doubleheader, game 1 or game 2. Takes the 0-2 delivery just a touch outside for ball one. Make that ball two. And we'll take ball three downstairs. The count goes full. Colton Kaysen on 51 pitches today, about to have his 52nd. He's trying to finish off Daniel Hicks to get the first out of the inning. The 3-2, ring him up looking, strike 3. Hicks goes down on strikes. It's only the 3rd strikeout today for Colton Kaysen. And it brings up the left fielder, Joey Armontegui. Or Armontegui, excuse me. Kaysen fires. First pitch, check swing. Appeal down, no swing, says the field umpire. The 0-1 delivery, called a strike on the outside part of the plate. One ball, one strike. Ground ball. This goes foul down the right field line. One-two, ground ball hit over towards third, picked up by Floyd. The throw on to Kilgore is in time on a 5-3 ground out. It's the second out of the inning, and it brings up Uribe. Carson-Newman holding on to a 5-run lead. Had a 7-0 lead before Michael Stars left the ballpark with a 2-run home run. Ball taken downstairs. It's a 1-0 count. Swing and a miss on a lazy swing from Uribe. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, 2 outs. Tornado have struck for 2 runs this inning. 7-2, Carson-Newman leading. The 1-1 delivery hit sharply towards the hot corner. Floyd picks it up, fires onto Kilgore in time for the 3rd out of the inning. Uribe grounds out, but the star of the inning, Michael Stars, a 2-run home run, gets king on the scoreboard. It's 7-2, middle of the 4th.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Corbin Dickerson back out on the hill for his 4th inning of work of this 7-inning game. Really, the 4th inning more or less acts as somewhere between the 5th and 6th innings, and then you get into the 6th, you had to treat it like the 8th, or the 5th, more like the 7th, 6th like the 8th, and so on. Carson-Newman holding on to a 5-run lead, built up a 7-0 lead in innings 1 through 3, have not gone an inning without scoring yet. Corbin Dickerson is hoping that he can hold the Eagles at bay here in the bottom of the 4th. Stepping into the batter's box, Logan Floyd, still without an official at-bat in this game after he drew walks in the 1st and 2nd innings, as his lone 2 plate appearances so far. .0 delivery taken downstairs, and it's ball 2. We'll take a peek at what's going on across Carson-Newman athletics. Carson-Newman baseball in game 1, defeating Kings 17-0. 2-0 delivery is hit in the air, foul for strike 1. Carson-Newman softball also picking up a run rule victory over the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State, 8-0. Lenore Rhine upsets Carson-Newman women's basketball 69-58 earlier today down in Hickory. 2-1 will miss low, puts it to a hitter's count, 3-1 to Logan Floyd. Men's basketball taking on nationally ranked Lenore Rhine in the coaches and media poll, ranked either 16th or 18th depending on who you ask. That game is yet to get to its first media timeout as a pitch will miss outside. For ball 4, Logan Floyd draws a walk. That leads off the bottom of the 4th inning. 5th walk surrendered by Dickerson today, and it brings up Tanner Kilgore. Kilgore 0 for 2, grounded out to 3rd and struck out swinging his last time up. First pitch in there for a called strike. Well, it's early, but so far from Hickory, Carson-Newman leads Lenore Rhine 7-4, 16:41 to go in the first half. 0-1, chopped foul up the left field line. For Carson-Newman, John Zhao leading the team with 5 points so far. The 0-2 delivery. Hit high towards right field. Bermuda Triangle yet again. Who's going to grab it? And it's the second baseman, Ruiz, who didn't have a play with nobody covering first to get doubled up. But it's a pop out to Ruiz down the right field line. Brings up net Nick Castellana. 1 for 1 today, singled and walked. Dickerson kicks, fires. Castellana, little dribbler over to third. Stars can't handle it. An infield single for Nick Castellana extends the inning. Would have been a tough play for Stars had he handled it. And it gives the Eagles their 8th hit of the afternoon. Well, we've been talking about Carson-Newman Athletics, and it's also a busy day for King Athletics as well. Ball taken high by Aiden Gibson. He's 1 for 2 today, singled and struck out. 1-0 delivery, swung on and missed to Aiden Gibson. Men's and women's track and field for King is in Salem, Virginia at the Bass Kreger Multi-Invitational. 1-1, shows bunt, pulls back, called a ball. Men's volleyball for King fell to Charleston earlier today in straight sets. Double header for King basketball at Mount Olive. 2-1 taken upstairs, and the count moves to 3 balls and a strike. Finally, for King Athletics, men's wrestling at the Cumberland Open, women's wrestling at the Bobcat Open up in Frostburg, Maryland. 3-1, hit well towards right field. Ergel gives chase at the warning track. It hits off the wall. Heading up to third is Logan Floyd. He gets the green light. The right fielder, Ergel, still holds on to it. Make that Ruiz as he comes in. It's an RBI single for Aiden Gibson off the right field wall. Castellana gets up to third base while Floyd comes in to score. And there will be a mound visit for Corbin Dickerson. And this could be the day for the starting pitcher for the Tornado. Entire infield comes in, and we will have a pitching change as Carson-Newman strikes yet again with an Aiden Gibson RBI single. It's 8-2, Eagles in front. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is for King when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
True freshman toes the rubber for the King Tornado. Ben Hale, who hails from Cedar Bluff, Virginia, a business major at King University. A very tall presence on the mound, standing 6'5" on the hill for the Tornado. Didn't have to change his mascot affiliation too much. Played for the Richlands Blue Tornado in Cedar Bluff, Virginia, prior to coming to college and playing for King. Last season for the Blue Tornado of Richlands recorded a .303 ERA with an average allowed of just 175. Hale is a right-hander out of the bullpen and will take on Cole Nathan, who has been the toughest out for the Tornado so far today. Runners are at the corners for the Eagles, with Gibson over at first, Castellana at third. So Ben Hale on the mound. Cole Nathan will take the first pitch from him, just a touch upstairs for ball one. It's a 1-0 count. Runners are at the corners. Standing on deck is Ryan Bolton. Only one out in the inning so far. A called strike will even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. If you're just tuning in, we're in the bottom of the fourth of a 7-inning game, second game of the doubleheader. Carson-Newman leading 8-2. 1 run across this inning so far. 1-1 fouled off for strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes to Cole Nathan. Walked in his last plate appearance. Check swing, appeal down, but the runner's going regardless. The throw home. King got caught up on Gibson heading for second. Instead, it lets Castellana steal home and says no swing on it regardless. Very heads-up base running by both Aiden Gibson and Nick Castellana, who steal, seeing the catcher, Uribe, ask for an appeal. The second he got up to ask for the appeal, they both took off. Speared on a comebacker by Hale, throws it back for strike for out number 2. It brings up Ryan Bolton. First pitch is in there for a called strike to Bolton. So Castellana steals home. Gibson steals second. Nathan grounds out to the pitcher, and it brings up Bolton with a runner at third base. Two runs across this inning for Carson-Newman. 1-1, bouncing ball heading over to Corley, the shortstop. Throw on to first. Is it in time? It is. Excellent throw from the shortstop over to the first baseman, Hicks, and that will end the bottom of the fourth. Carson-Newman matches the Tornadoes' 2 runs with 2 runs themselves in the fourth inning. The lead is back up to 7, 9-2. Carson-Newman through 4 innings on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopSeeAndEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
Welcome back to Mossy Creek. Still on the mound, Colton Kaysen has only allowed one hit so far, but it was a long ball over the left field wall by Michael Stars last inning. Now has the task of taking on the bottom of the King batting order, Jacob Ergel, Patrick Corley, and Joseph Ruiz. First to grab a bat this inning, Jacob Ergel, the right fielder, reached on a inning-ending fielder's choice back in the second. Pitch is taken downstairs for ball one. A foul into the ankle. In between innings, a defensive substitution as another pitch will miss upstairs. Frankie Delgado relieves Uribe. Delgado replaces Castellana. 2-1 delivery will miss inside. Three balls and a strike, top of the fifth. A windup and pitch, it's ball four upstairs. So a leadoff walk will put Ergel on board. Brings up Patrick Corley. First pitch fouled off back into the screen. So Delgado replaces Castellana as the new catcher for Carson-Newman. Time called before the 0-1 pitch. Ergel standing over at first, takes a very slight lead. Slider will miss outside for ball one. Count goes even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball and a strike. Kaysen sets, fires, fouls it off. Strike two. Time called as Delgado now comes out to talk with Kaysen quickly. Kaysen gets a couple words of encouragement, a 1-2 count against the shortstop Patrick Corley. Joseph Ruiz stands on deck. Jacob Ergel, who drew a walk, reached for the second time today, currently stands on first. Ball and 2 strikes. Runner thought about going, but a swing and a miss regardless will put the first out of the 5th inning in the books. Corley strikes out swinging. It is the 4th strikeout for Colton Kaysen this afternoon. Pitchers have been doing an excellent job, and it looks like that will be it for Colton Kaysen. A call to the bullpen for Carson-Newman. Colton Kaysen able to deal 68 pitches, and it seemed like that was his final batter regardless. We'll be back with the new Carson-Newman pitcher when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through auto owner's insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owner's Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
We're back here from Mossy Creek. A very quick warm-up leads into a first pitch ball to Joseph Ruiz from the new arm on the hill, Blake Cooper, the left-hander out of Maryville, Tennessee. 1-0 spoiled down the right field line for the first strike of the at-bat to Ruiz. Cooper spent last season as the number 2 pitcher, more so the Saturday starter. The 1-1 will miss inside for ball 2. However, 2 of his final 3 appearances last season came out of the bullpen, as we see him do today. 2-1 delivery, fouled back into the screen, counts even. Cooper last season, 13 games, 11 starts at a 1-5 record with an 8.21 ERA. In 41 2/3, allowed 56 hits, 49 runs. However, only 38 of them were earned. 2-2 comes in tight. Throw down from Delgado to Kilgore, but nothing doing. Full count to Ruiz after 5 pitches from Cooper. Cooper, the senior out of Maryville, Tennessee, attended Heritage High School. 3-2 will miss. That's ball 4. Puts runners at first and second. And for the first time today, or in this game, I should say, a member of the Tornado is standing in scoring position. Runners at first and second with just 1 gone. Cooper started his college career at Walters State Community College in neighboring Morristown. Check swing, called a strike to Truman Roper as we're back to the top of the batting order. He's 0 for 2 today with a ground out to second base, and a foul out over to first. The 0-1 delivery taken inside and low. Count goes even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Update from basketball as the under-8 media timeout has just hit. Carson-Newman men leading nationally ranked Lenoir-Rhyne 24-23. The 1-1 swung on and missed for strike 2. Only 1 out in the frame, 2 runners aboard. Cooper, after inheriting 1 runner aboard, has walked another to put himself in a small jam with only 1 out in the inning. The 1-2 delivery hit well towards center field. Miller has a read, will reach up and make the easy catch for the second out of the inning. No movement from the runners. And it brings up the designated hitter in Nathan Borchard. Time called as Tom Griffin, the head coach for the Eagles, comes out. The infield was coming in. Griffin pushed him away and just wants to talk to his battery of Cooper and Delgado. Tom Griffin, a long career as the head coach of the Eagles in his 19th season, has a career record at Carson-Newman of 526 and 410, but a 561 winning percentage. We're all set to go for the Nathan Bourchard at bat. First pitch is hit well again. Center field, that drops in for a base hit. Fielded by Miller. Rounding third and coming home is Ergel. Throw to the plate, dropped the ball, and so is ruled safe. It becomes an RBI single on the first pitch from Bourchard. Ruiz only advances one base while Ergel comes in to score. It's now 9-3 here in the top of the fifth. Brings up Michael Stars, who hit that home run in his last plate appearance. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Bourchard's hit just the second for the Tornado on the day, or on the game, I should say, rather. The only other one, Michael Stars' two-run home run. The 0-1 delivery downstairs will miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one. Throw back towards second base. Sliding in safely is Joseph Ruiz. For those of you who have been tuning in all day, whether you're on cneagles.com/live or watching along on Flow Sports, we want to appreciate your patience in dealing with some of the technical difficulties that we've had. Pickoff throw back towards second, and back in safely again is Ruiz. Middle infielders have been doing a nice job of keeping the ball from rolling into the outfield. Cooper's making them get a few extra workouts in. For those of you unaware, we're in the middle of a 3-week-long campus-wide internet outage as a line drive is hit into left field. That's a base hit. Rounding third is Ruiz. He will come in to score, and it's back-to-back RBI singles for King, make it 9-4. Stars singles down the left field line. Bourchard moves up 90 feet to second base, and Ruiz comes in to score. It's another 2 spot for the Tornado, make it 9-4. Now brings up Daniel Hicks, the first baseman, who's 0 for 2 today. First pitch, a called strike for strike number 1 to Hicks. But in the middle of a campus-wide internet outage that, as of Tuesday, will have officially been 21 days. And even though students now have the ability to log back on, faculty, staff, and the network that we use to bring these games to you is not. There's another base hit into center field. Coming around to score is Nathan Bourchard. Tag at the plate. What a play as the out is made. It went from Miller to Floyd to Delgado to make the tag, and that ends the inning. So an incredible play as Bourchard is gunned out down, heading home. That'll do it for the top of the fifth. Bottom of the fifth coming up. Eagles come up to
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopcneagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopCneagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopCneagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Back here for the bottom of the fifth, another two-spot for the Tornado before an excellent play from the center fielder Miller. Threw it on to the third baseman Floyd, who threw it on home to Delgado to make the tag. Gunned out Nathan Borchard, who was running home. So it holds the King top of the fifth to just 2 runs. It's now 9-4. Bottom of the order, Trey Miller, who bats ninth, and the 1-2, Spencer Williams, Julian Hines, due up here in the bottom of the fifth to take on Ben Hale, who's out for his second inning of work. First pitch, shows bunt, pops it up, and it goes right back to the pitcher for the first out of the inning. So after the bunt pop out to the pitcher, it brings up Spencer Williams, who's 1 for 3. First pitch is taken downstairs for a called strike. Williams batting .400 through the first 2 games of the season. The 0-1 fouled off, and he's quickly behind in the count 0-2. Ben Hale has now gone through a full inning of work after relieving Corbin Dickerson in the middle of the 4th inning last time around. The 0-2 missing upstairs. The 1-2 will miss low and away. Evens up the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes for Spencer Williams. Julian Hines due up. 2-2 delivery will miss outside for ball 3. We'll be sure to tune in to our next broadcast tomorrow at 1 o'clock for the series finale between King and Carson-Newman. Payoff pitch, fouled off, well out of play. That game will be accessible wherever you are listening now. Ground ball hit right back up the middle. That's a base hit. So I think that Williams will get aboard via the single up the middle. There's a runner aboard. Brings up Julian Hines. He's 1 for 3 today with a single and 2 groundouts. Three-two, runner goes. The throw down to the shortstop. Is the tag made? It is. And caught stealing for the second out of the inning. So Hines steps back into the batter's box. Facing a 1-0 count, pulls back for ball 2. Bottom of the 5th, Carson-Newman 9, King 4. after a 17-0 win for the Eagles in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Called strike at the top of the zone, right at the letters. Count moves to 2-1. 2-1 delivery, just missing on the outside part of the plate. That's ball 3. Three-one count, that misses upstairs, and Julian Hines will take a base on balls. First walk surrendered by Ben Hale today, and with 2 gone in the inning, it brings up Logan Floyd. Ball will miss on the outside part of the plate to begin the Floyd at bat. Should Floyd reach, Tanner Kilgore stands behind him. Kilgore has an 0 for 3 line here in Game 2. 1-0 delivery will miss downstairs, and the count moves further into Floyd's favor. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch taken right down Main Street. Down the heart of the plate, takes it for strike 1. '27th pitch of Hale's relief appearance catches the zone for strike 2 on back-to-back pitches. So was down in the count 2-0, has brought it back 2-2. And a foul ball will keep the count there. Well, whether you're tuning in via cneagles.com/live or on Flow Sports, we'll see you again tomorrow at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon for the series finale. Foul ball will keep the count where it is at 2-2. Not the last time that King and Carson-Newman will play each other this season. Carson-Newman will give a return trip over to Bristol later this year on April 15th. The 2-2 fouled off, went right off his ankle. Now the one thing about that April 15th game is it does fall on a Tuesday. Carson-Newman baseball looking to break the spell of Tuesday games. The 2-2 hit over towards short. It gets through the gap of Corley, and able to reach is Logan Floyd. And he'll reach on a fielding error on the shortstop Corley. So Hines advances to second after the error. Tanner Kilgore is the next to grab a bat. First pitch is in there for called strike 1. Kilgore looking to get back in the hit column after an 0 for 3 start to Game 2. On the season so far, 1 for 7 through the 2 games today. Short dribbler over to the shortstop. He flips it on to second for the out, reaching on an inning-ending fielder's choice. That ends the 5th inning, as we'll take a short break, be back here for the top of the 6th when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Top of the 6th inning as we start to draw to a close of today's doubleheader. Still on the mound is Blake Cooper. He relieved Colton Kaysen in the previous frame, as the Eagles are holding on to a 9-4 lead over the King Tornado, looking to start their season like they did last year, with a sweep of the King Tornado. And I have to stand corrected, there is a new pitcher on the hill for Carson-Newman. It is Jackson Underwood taking the mound for the Eagles, as he'll take on Joey Armontegue. First pitch will miss low for ball one. A little bit more on Jackson Underwood. There's a fly ball hit well towards the left center field gap. That's going to drop in off the base of the wall. Nearly got under the wall. The cutoff man will receive it, and it's a 1-0 count, stand-up double for Joey Armontegue. Excellent piece of hitting for the King left fielder, who hits it pretty much to his own position, and it brings up the catcher in Joe Uribe. Uribe 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to third. First pitch will miss outside for ball one. Armontegue in scoring position. Tornadoes still trail by 5, down to their final 6 outs of this 7-inning game. We're now here in the top of the 6th. 1-0, hit well yet again. Miller ranges back in dead center field, turns around, is able to make the catch. Advancing up to third is Armontegue. He will stop at third. So runner now 90 feet away after the Uribe deep fly out to center. Brings up Jacob Ergel. Reached on a fielder's choice and walked today. First pitch swinging, fouled off down the left field line. Really couldn't ask for much better day for February 1st in Tennessee. Ground ball hit over to second. Nathan picks it up. We'll flip it on over to first base for the out, but the run does come into score as Armontegue will score, taking home. So it's an RBI ground out for Ergel. Scores a run. Now the next batter in Corley. First pitch swinging will hit a single through the left side. So Corley, with his first hit of the season, will get aboard on first base. King trying to start a rally here in the top of the 6th. Tornado only trail by 4 after scoring in each of the last 3 innings. Joseph Ruiz, the new batter. He hits one well down the left field line. That'll drop in for a base hit. Stopping at second base is Patrick Corley. First pitch swinging goes Ruiz. Back to the top of the order after back-to-back base hits. Truman Roper still looking for his first hit of the season. Roper 0 for 3 today. Popped up in foul territory, flew out to center and grounded out to second. Likes to hit it up the middle. Doesn't really pull or push it to one side. Runners go on a knuckler over towards second. Nathan picks it up, will throw on to first for the third out of the inning. First pitch swinging goes Roper, and a 4-3 ground out gets Underwood out of the jam. 1 run comes across for the Tornado on 3 hits, leaving 2 on. Bottom of the 6th, and a chance to add some more insurance for the Eagles coming up on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
We're back here for the Eagles Sports Network. And again, we appreciate you if you're tuning in via cneagles.com/live. We appreciate you hopping over if you're coming over from Flow Sports, and appreciate your patience with us through these technical difficulties and the campus-wide network outage that has really stymied our ability to bring our best coverage of Carson-Newman athletics to you in recent weeks. As we begin the bottom of the 6th inning, we'll start things off with Frankie Delgado, the catcher, who will foul off the first pitch he sees against Ben Hale. Hale has done a nice job of maintaining Carson-Newman's run line. Not a single run has scored since Hale took the hill. 0-1 is grounded over towards shortstop. Corley will fire onto first, and it's a good play. 6-3, Delgado grounds out, and it brings up Aiden Gibson. Gibson in this game is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a strikeout. He's batting .500 on the day, 4 for 8. First pitch called a strike on the outside part of the plate. Miss on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike.